Alright, starting off first here with the 1929 wheat penny. We'll look at some other dates here as well, but let's start here with the 1929. Now this is the D mint mark. You'll see the mint mark underneath the date for anyone that's new to coins or coin collecting. This coin has been broad struck. So you'll see that around the rim of the coin. Now this coin is not in the best condition. It's got a pretty low grade, graded at a very fine 35. So had this coin been in much better condition and had a higher grade, it could have sold for a lot more money. In this condition, it's still sold for over 50 bucks. So not too bad, but not worth really having graded. After you spend money having it graded and things like that, you're not gonna make a huge profit on something like this, or a profit at all. You may lose money. So keep that in mind. Now 1929 D mint mark again here. This is a mint error as well, graded by PCGS at a mint state 63 brown, and it's got a ragged end strip clip, which we'll see there taking place on the left side of the penny of this 1 cent coin. This coin ended up selling for over $50 as well. Now here is a much more expensive coin. It is the 1929 D mint mark that is only valuable because it's graded at a mint state 66 red. So keep in mind, it depends on how many of these coins are graded at this grade or even higher. You know, if there's not many graded at a mint state 66 red, then of course it's going to increase the value. Say there's like, you know, thousands graded at a mint state 65, but only 5 graded at a mint state 66. You know, that's going to make a huge gap in price differences for a penny like this. So keep that in mind. The coin grading scale goes up to 70. This is at a 66. This wheat penny ended up selling for over $2,500. Now here's a good example. If we compare that to this coin here, we go from a $2,500 coin to a $25 coin. And that's because this coin is only graded at a mint state 61 brown. So that's by PCGS as well. 5 grades lower, plus we got a red penny versus a brown penny. Big difference in prices there. So something like this, I would not recommend grading in this condition. Now here's a 1929 no mint mark. Same thing with this coin, graded at a mint state 67 red. That's where all the value comes in at. This coin almost sold for around $1,000. But if we look even at a mint state 63 red with the no mint mark, this coin only sold for around 45 bucks, 50 bucks, $47 to be exact. But yeah, that's a huge difference, and that's only 3 grades lower. It's still graded at a mint state 63 red. So keep that in mind. The grade population is going to matter tremendously on a lot of these coins. You can look up the population reports on PCGS.com if you guys want to see how many are graded at a mint state 63 red or mint state 67 red, all for different dated coins, all kinds of different coins, not just pennies. All that information is on there, so feel free to check that out. Here is a 1929 mint error coin, graded by PCGS at a mint state 62 brown. It was struck 10% off center, and this coin ended up selling for over $620. Pretty nice, can't beat that. Only 10% off center. I'll take 600 bucks for that 1 cent coin. Now here is a 1929S that was broad struck, and it is graded at a mint state 64 brown. You'll see that broad strike taking place around the rim of the coin, of course. This penny ended up selling for over $285. Here is a 1929S mint mark. Now this is only valuable because of its high grade again. This coin is graded by NGC at a mint state 67 red. This penny ended up selling for over $2,500. Again, if we compare that to a $30 version of that coin, 1929S, graded at a mint state 62 red brown, this coin, like I said, only sold for 30 bucks. So we go from a $2,500 coin to a $30 coin just because it's 5 grades lower. So keep that in mind. Now this coin here is a little bit different. It does have a very high grade 1929S, graded at a mint state 66 red, but I'm not sure why it isn't listed here as an RPM. I'm pretty positive this is the RPM repunched mint mark. It's not listed on the slab though, or on the coin holder. But here's an example of what that repunched mint mark looks like on the 1929S. So keep that in mind. You can look for those with your coin microscopes as always. And the high grade, of course, is going to give it a lot of value. That's why the penny sold for over $2,800. So there's some difference in coin prices. Here are some other coins that are worth money. On your 1963 Lincoln pennies, what you want to look for is on the date. So you can see here, if we zoom in to the 3 of the dates, you can really see how the 3 is doubled. You see that there, that doubling? Very, very noticeable doubling there on that 3. Always look out for that with your coin microscopes. I have those available on couchcollectibles.com. Link is always in the description of every single video. Now let's check out what this coin sold for here. Now we're going to look at 3 different prices for this coin. This first coin is graded at a mint state 62 red brown. So if you're not familiar with brown pennies, red brown pennies, and red pennies, definitely check out my video I done on that. Just type in red pennies, couch collectibles. You should find that video here on YouTube. Now this penny here sold for around $20, and it does got that doubling, so it's not really super valuable. But if we move on to the next penny, this penny here is graded at an AU55. This is definitely a brown penny, and it does again have that doubling on the date, and this coin sold for around $40. But if we move on to even a more expensive penny, this coin here is graded at a mint state 65 red. So that's really where you're going to get your valuable ones, is when you get into the mint state grades, and it's also graded as a red. So that's going to be better than the brown pennies. And this coin sold for over $300. $300 penny. So we go from a $20 penny to a $300 penny, depending on the grade of the coin. Now in 1963, they made millions and billions of these coins. 1963, no mint mark, over 750 million, over 1.7 billion for the 1963 D mint mark. Now here is a 1963 D, and what makes this valuable is the high grade of a mint state 66 red. So this coin here did sell for over $1,700 because of its condition. Now for the 1963 no mint mark, again, what makes this coin valuable is the mint state 67 red grade, the condition, and this coin sold for over $3,000. That's a big difference from this coin that is a mint state 64 red that sold for only around 20 bucks. Now in 1963, we also have the proof penny. Now this is graded almost at a perfect grade, a proof 69 deep cameo. So the coin grading scale goes up to 70. This is at a 69, so very flawless condition here. This coin sold for over $540. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Check out the videos to the left of me. And until tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.